Punn Entended podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in one more time. We got Bishop, we got No Beard Chris, and I always say we got a special guest, but this gentleman is truly special. Real Atlanta nigga. Real. Excuse me, I'm not gonna call you a street nigga. You know, yeah, okay. For the implications of Miss Fonnie, with all respect to Miss Fonnie Willis. We got a gentleman who has been around, seen a lot, done a lot, and for how we look at him, he ain't got the goddamn respect he deserve around this bitch, but he still deserve it. You know what I mean? We got one of the best kept secrets in Atlanta, right here, sitting next to us. We got motherfucking Kollision in this bitch. What's up, brother?
What's good?
What up, bro?
I appreciate y'all for having me.
Man, appreciate you for coming up. The first thing I wanted to let people know, we got a real Atlanta nigga in here. I ain't talking about that Amaretta shit where she talking about, hey, he not from Atlanta. No. This ain't that
shit.
We got a nigga from the city, goddamn. Like, talk to us first and foremost. How you came up? What this city look like from how you came up? Talk to me about Atlanta for one second.
Atlanta was more bricks, more brick apartments, like projects. It was more projects in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of like the fun activities like people see that wasn't really what was going on. Centennial Park, we had that. Like we'll go down there, go swimming. I mean, not go swimming, but get in a little water. Mom dudes used to take us out there and stuff like that. But like overall, like I come from Hollywood Court 213. You know what I'm saying? That's on the west side. Mm-hmm. So back to Johnson Road, like I had family all in there. Then even downtown area, Herner Home, like I got a big ass family. So like my family just expanded so far. So everywhere I was literally around the whole 285 of this motherfucker, the whole down 20. Like I'm everywhere. You know what I'm saying? But like once my hood two down, like once they two down the projects, I moved to Rev Dave Abernathy, which is where my grandma, I stayed with my grandma at that time. So from there, my mama was trying to like, you know, my mama was young when she had me. So we stayed in a hotel on Cleveland Avenue, Travel Lodge. You know what I'm saying? Like one day I want to buy that bitch just because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like we stayed there for a while. I was going to Brown Middle School, 6th grade. Moved with grandma, Rev Dave Abernathy. That's when, you know, I met a lot of my friends. Then my great-grandma stayed off Washington Road. So we was just back and forth, but my mama them from Perry Home. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. My birth certificate say Perry Homes, though. Drew Drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what my birth certificate say. But I remember, like, what made me and the shit that I seen early came from Hollywood Court. You know what I'm saying? Like, from even wanting to do rap. Like, it was a group called Money to Burn. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was an old... Like, they were back when, like, pool pally day, like, white tee, all that shit was going on. Like, they were wearing sprayed on T-shirts, like, High Cascade wore, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was the old days. So, like, back then, like, Money to Burn used to come through the neighborhood. These folk come in a limousine throwing ones out. Like, that shit looked good. Like, the way they used to do it, we had that ice cream truck called I think it was Mr. Frost. I think that was the name of the ice cream truck, white man. He had the real, like, McDonald's ice cream. Like, you get the cone with the real deal ice cream in that motherfucker. Like, he'll come through the neighborhood and they'll buy the truck out. All the kids be out there just waiting for ice cream. Everybody got money. Because that's what they did every weekend. Come through with their song, throwing money. Then we had a spot in the neighborhood. It was called The Cut. And we had a spot in the neighborhood. It was called The Cut. And, like, they were, like, where everything really went down. So I done seen a lot of shit go on over there. Dog fight, like drug transactions,
shout
all type of shit. Like,
shout out to Mike Vick.
Yeah,
no disrespect to Mike Vick. Shout out to Mike
he put some shit on the spot like that was really what was going on. So it like people, like, you know, people gonna be sensitive to that. But like that's shit that would go on though.
So what made
what was going on?
What made you want to break the cycle in your family?
Because bro, I was like 6 years old. And my mama's best friend, her name was Yvette, her son Montreal got killed in front of me. And like once I seen that, like I slipped to this day, still be traumatized about that shit. Like even with my partner passing, who like one of my closest friends, like that I never would have thought some shit like that would have happened. like it kind of like traumatized me even worse to this day. Like, but then I still think about all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just seeing a nigga not dead. Like you see he not dead and they put a cover over. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't even dead. You know what I'm saying? I knew this man wasn't dead. I remember this shit like yesterday. Like I knew he went. Like I seen this shit. Like we outside. Like I said, my mom was young when she had me, so I grew up with my mom. So like I'll be outside early hell. You know what I'm saying? Like on the weekend, I'm outside like 10 o'clock barefoot and run around the neighborhood. Like that's how I was in the project. You know what I'm saying? So like where I stayed in second court in Hollywood Court. That's what a basketball court was. So it's like a big ass open field where I stayed at. So when you come out my door, like you come across the basketball court, like I said, the cut right there. And like right in the cut, like I said, there was everything was going on, but shit had nothing happened. He ain't had nothing to do with it. He just in the wrong place at the wrong time. And like the niggas he was with, like that's why I be myself. Like it don't be like I don't fuck with niggas. It's just I rock better and I know better for myself. You know what I'm saying? So I stick to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like when I seen like bro 19 when he died. You know what I'm saying? He was 19. I'm 28 now. You know what I'm saying? So like that shit was crazy for me to see all that. Like damn, like that shit fucked me up like big time because the nigga wasn't dead.
We're gonna get to the
They just
music.
put the sheet
Go
over.
ahead. I'm sorry.
I don't mean to cut y'all.
No. We're gonna get to music in a minute, but that's one of the first things I noticed when I met you, whatever year ago it was like he had to tell me who you was. He was like, oh yeah, that because you ain't had your chain on. He's like, oh, bro, sign this QC. I was like, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you always carried yourself. And what I want to know is, what is that? You kind of alluded to it, but it seems like it trickles down to you, to how you really are.
Yeah.
Like you don't tell niggas, hey nigga, I'm Kollision. I'm this nigga. I'm that nigga.
Yeah.
Is that how you always been?
Yeah.
Just kind of just out the way to yourself. If you know, you know. If you don't,
man,
you
I
know.
don't gang bang. I don't do none of that shit, bro. I ain't know none of that. Cause when I came up, it wasn't no gang bang shit. It was what hood you from.
Where you from?
It was that shit. You from west side, south side, east side, north side. It wasn't no other shit. Like nigga went on that. So that's new to me, and I ain't really part of that trend. I don't want to be part of that trend.
That's funny because for me it was the same. Niggas know I'm from Decatur, and it was like we had grievances amongst ourselves. You know, Scottsdale, Midway, Belvedere, whoever. But this new blood Crip shit, that shit, I'm looking at niggas like, hold on, nigga. I went to high school with you, bro. We ain't
Exactly.
What the fuck you doing, nigga?
Exactly. And
You
a
know?
lot of them, it be like, man, I used to beat these niggas, I used to send them home running, like all type of shit. And they're like, now you got down murder one and got down, you know what I'm saying? Like you all type of crazy. It be some crazy shit going on, manslaughter. Like nigga be have some crazy ass name. You be like, damn, that Lil Daryl. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit fuck with me. It be like, man, I can't get with it. You know what I'm saying? So I just stay to myself. Like,
Nigga,
don't
I
get
know
me wrong.
you, bro.
Like I got real partner who gang bang though. But I be on their ass about that shit. Like if I got a blood, what's up, cuz? Like I just fuck with them, but it like they just know it's just me. That's just me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I, like this person, like to eat my person, and I know I get in there with their ass, whatever they want to call it, 30-second, 30-minute, whatever. I'm gonna get in there, cause that's what I grew up on, fighting. You know what I'm saying? All that other shit wasn't even. Like I grew up with granddaddy. See, a lot of folk fuck up cause they don't got their grandparents, bro. A lot of niggas ain't had that growing up. Like,
Right.
like they really guided me for real. Like having that, it showed me more than like what I would have got from my mama. You know what I'm saying? Like. My dad went around, but I would have, like, just for me having, like, my granddad and my grandma, like, shit, nigga, I know how to garden and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because of my granddad. I know my history of Atlanta because of my granddad.
So you telling me you know how to make carrots and shit?
Yeah,
like,
I know how to plant seed, get soil, plant the seeds, bro. Find the right soil to put what I want to put out there.
Didn't know that. Money man be doing that.
Yeah. We gotta, like, I don't, like, it's a field right here on Sales Avenue, bro, in the West End.
Wow.
Got all type of shit over there. Tomatoes, spearmint, peppermint, squash. A lot of stuff over there.
That's dope. I didn't know that.
You came from that era of like one of the songs coming up. We had a lot of songs that didn't get outside of 285 growing up.
Right.
One of those songs was Sammy Sam Knuckle Up.
Even Sam Sound. Like, I know Sam Sound
Shout out to
personally.
Sam and Sam.
You know what I'm saying? It's all three
The
legends. Like,
intro
for
to
real.
the song was, hey man, I'm so tired of every time I go in the club, somebody getting shot. Why niggas just don't knuckle? And it's like, goddamn, like now a record like that means more to me, even in a space where I'm not trying to fight or shoot nobody. I don't want to do none of that shit. But I'd rather fight than goddamn feel like nigga gotta shoot.
Yeah.
So we come from we come from the same goddamn place in Atlanta.
Sometimes you gotta put hands on motherfucker, bro.
Sometimes
Like you can't take like I'm with the 10 second, like the 10 breather rule, bro. Like I sit and try to diffuse the situation before I make it a problem. Like I'm with that, but then if you just ain't getting it, then I'ma just have, like it just gotta go there.
Sometimes we get
Like,
aggressive. But
sometimes a
say.
motherfucker put you back in the corner, like you can't move, like you done did all you can do. So like, what else you gonna do?
Right.
Let's talk.
Defend yourself.
Let's talk about how let's transition from that to how we got into I grew, same Atlanta, Raheem the Dream, Kilo Ali, Outkast, you know what I'm saying, Ghetto Mafia, Damn Shame. How did you get into to rapping?
It was in my neighborhood. I'm telling you, like it was Break Bread Records. Goddamn, they had Crime Mall used to be out there too. You know what I'm saying? Like all them folks used to be right down Hollywood Court, like right there. Then just to see artists from the neighborhood, which was Money to Burn. Like if you from Atlanta, you should, like, and you know your history of Atlanta, you know like Money to Burn was like one of them hot like groups coming up, like before like Franchise Boys and all that. Like back when Shawty Low, all them folks was still like in the streets. You know what I'm saying? Like Money to Burn, one of them groups. You know what I'm saying? So me being around that, like I was in the house when these folks used to record they songs. You know what I'm saying? Making beats, seeing them make beats. I was young as hell, watching all this. Shout out to Tay too. Like Tay was one of them. Like he was the one who had the studio. Like he just showed me some old. He like, bro, it's time for you to do your documentary, bro. Showed me some old footage I had, bro. I was young as hell in the front yard, bro. Big dirt ass white t-shirt, dirt ass little boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's just all that was just like, damn. But all the times when I think that I was getting overlooked, like they just, like I said, I be in the spaces of like, I feel unappreciated. It don't even just be with music. It just like folks will try to treat you like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like people will do it. They'll do it to you if you let them. But it was like one of them spaces where I had to really like find myself, know myself in a way, like, and don't get blinded by a lot of the outside noise can blind you. You know what I'm saying? It'll make you think something going on when it don't be nothing. Like it don't be nothing. So like a lot of time I don't be want to do this. I don't like doing interview because some other perspective might take me off my square of how I already see it. I know for what it is because like I said before, I say damn I'm bleeding, I take that little scrap. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really tripping off for it. Like as long as I ain't gushing or some shit like that. Like shit, all right. You know what I'm saying? But like a lot of the times, like it be hard to bypass that when you got everybody, bro. You bleeding, bro. Hey, nah, look. But if you want to move that way, then it probably would have. But you know what I'm saying? It's like that outside noise and the outside crowd, it'll blur the vision.
So
it'll make it look different.
How old were you when you first started rapping? Like how long did it take when you started to when you got your first situation?
When I was just rapping. Like when I was rapping, I really wasn't even like rapping. I was just doing the shit just because. Like I probably would. I don't know. It was trash as hell. I still got old songs too. It was trash, but I was finding my sound. But I was still like putting words together. So
you still have that shit?
Yeah, I do.
Hey, send that shit.
I do. I got
So
it
you
still on SoundCloud.
was you going to the studio or you was just writing raps or
I had,
like
like I said, from that stage, right? Like I was young as hell then. Like I said, I'm from I didn't, bro. We stayed in East Atlanta, and it wasn't East Lake Meadow. It was the new ones.
I know
it's new side now. So we stayed out there, which was Green Side. We stayed on Green Side by Drew, the charter school.
Charles Drew. Yeah.
Yeah, we stayed right across in that side. So I had a homeboy. His name was Neil. So this nigga loved Dipset. Like he loved, and my partner DB. DB was from he from the Brits though, but he stayed over there in East Atlanta. So like them niggas like, brother, I'm talking about every bandana to go with every shoe. Like they was on that type of time. So Neil used to sit in the house, like I said, Dipset and Lil Wayne. So he'll sit in the house, he'll have the cassette tape right here, and recording on a cassette tape, and he'll have the CD player with the instrumental playing, and he'll put them by each other, and he'll be rapping, like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting there watching him do this shit. You're like, bro, be quiet, bro, I'm trying to record. So I'm like, all right, so I'm just sitting there. So I used to always tell him, like, bro, that shit trash. But I used to always just fuck with him, like, bro, that shit trash, bro, that shit trash. So he like, man, you can't do it. So I challenged myself just on the screen for that, and then I did the song. That shit was trash too. But then it made me want to do it.
Cause you hearing yourself.
Yeah, so it made me want to do it. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I just, from that stage, I did it, started recording that. My first real song I made was when I moved to the south side, which was Washington Road. So when I moved over there, I was 14. When I was 14, I made a song. It was a dude out there, his name was Haywood. Shout out to Haywood. He was making the beats. So like I heard him just like I heard the beat in the apartment. I'm walking through the neighborhood. I'm like, bro, you make beats? He was like, yeah. So he gave me a CD and it had beats on it. I was writing then. So I wrote a song to every beat he had on that motherfucker. So when I wrote it, the maintenance man who's in the apartment was on some like side hustle shit, like did just what I do, but did what I do. So he was like the white man back then, you know what I'm saying? But the nigga had a whole studio and shit. So goddamn, he let me come to the studio. My uncle had just got out of prison, so my uncle really was the nigga who figured out that he was the nigga. Like he ain't just no maintenance man. So my uncle come back. He was like, shit, yeah, my folk got the studio around the corner. So he take me up there. At the time, what his name? Not Mr. Hanky. I think that was Mr. Hanky had the studio.
Collie Park. DJ Smurf.
Oh, I get y'all was on the back street.
Yeah, so we like right across from they building. We was across the street right there.
You talking about the suites and all that? Yeah.
So we had the studio right there. So at the time they had one artist. His name was Luch Millions. He had the song Slide, Pop, Lean with the Rock, the Bunny Hot song. So like he was up there. He was the only artist at the time. So like I started bringing more artists. So it was me. I had started my own group, which was CEO, Chasing Every Option. So it was us. It was three of us, and then I brought like two other groups. Like it was another group called Stupid Rank, and I forgot the other one. It was another group. Damn. But I brought them up there. At the time, like I was really the one who was sitting there coming with that shit, because I seen what was going on. I seen my vision. Like I gotta better myself. Like when I thought about the music, I was like, shit, Bow Wow. He was a young nigga, but this is why I say that. Bow Wow was a young nigga, but the way he articulated, you wouldn't even think he was that young. It was just the fact that he was so small that you knew he was young. But the way he rapped, like you can say like, oh, somebody older could be, you know what I'm saying? Like putting these songs together for him. Like for him to be his age, putting together like the records he put together, bro, that's amazing to me. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, all right, cool. Like, so that ain't what inspired me, but just like what it would, it inspired me, because like just to see someone of age do something like that, it was like, all right, cool, I can do that. I'm young, I can do this same shit. You know what I'm saying? So I went recorded, bro. Like I said, we were going crazy, bro. The first song I made, bro, it was crazy shit, bro. I had a Spanish class, and like the first word I learned, it was "Je ne sais quoi," so I made a song out of that shit.
What the fuck does that mean, bro?
It's like "Je ne sais quoi" is like your demeanor, your swag. Like,
why the fuck is that the first word? See, the first word I learned was "si," which means yes. You know what I mean? Like, well, how the fuck is that the first word?
It is more bien. That was like another
this
word.
This motherfucker, man.
Como está? Yamo.
Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah, like, I don't remember everything, but yeah. But I liked the word. I was like, oh, that shit fit me. My je ne sais quoi. So you know what I'm saying? So I was on some Dro shit at that time when I was coming with it. I'm like, this shit Dro might say. Like, I'm young as hell, but you know what I'm saying? I'm young, so it's like I'm experienced with it. I'm just experimenting with this shit at the time. So we made the song. That shit was straight though for some young niggas. That shit was cool.
So basically, you started doing music, what, 14, 15?
Yeah, and like 13.
So you watch all these different genres, from crunk music, snap music, Soulja Boy, Outkast, Bow Wow. you just kept watching everything change.
Yeah.
And then finally you get your situation. What led to the situation with QC? Like, how did that happen?
She, like, I was just riding through the neighborhood. I had a little Pontiac G6. I pulled through. She, like, P had them road rush in the neighborhood. So they was like my grandma building, like, it's like 2 breezeways. And, like, my grandma stayed on the end in the front, and, like, they was on the second side, like, on the end of it, by the trash can side. He was bad then, everybody just over there. I finna get ready to go in the house, but Cheese stopped me.
Rest in peace to Cheese.
Yeah. So Cheese stopped me. And, like, there was, like, the follow-up. Like, there was the follow-up from Washington Road Day.
Okay.
So, he like, yeah, man, little man, Rock, hey, man, come here. So I'm like, hold on, bro, I gotta go do something real quick. He like, man, come here real quick, man. So, I go over there. He like, yeah, bro. He like, man, you know, P got QC or whatever. Like, bro, I just tell him, man, play that song, man, play that song you got. So I had just did a song for it was me, my little cousin, and one of my homeboys. I did a hook for them. And everybody in the neighborhood was fucking with it. So, like, they just, like, he was like, play the song. So I let him hear the song. He was like, yeah, I like the song. So P like, shit, call him. So I called him. And then it was just like, shit, we finna go to this club. Pull up. All right, cool. We finna go over here. Pull up. All right, cool. It was just, like, just that. And then everybody, like, I started being around so much that now I'm in the pictures and shit.
So the energy.
Yeah, so, like, basically,
good
like,
energy.
Yeah, like, when P started, like, when he first started getting in pictures, that's when basically, like, everybody, like,
yeah, because at first he wasn't on the
picture.
picture.
Like, all right, who is he though? Like, all right, that's P, but who is that? Everybody, like, just who is that? So then he started tagging me. He started posting my name, you know what I'm saying? So I started gaining following out that. So after that, then he like, shit, sign.
So he was listening to the music over time, and then
Nah.
y'all was just kicking it.
Yeah, we just kicking it.
Right.
On some kick it time. Like, it wasn't even, like, I had, like I said, that song, he gave me access to the studio in the midst of all of it. So, like, he let me come record. Like, it just, like, they're my homeboy from the block.
Right.
So, like, people, like, once he introduced me that way, they'll just open the gate, because, like, all right, that man. You know what I'm saying? But the whole time, it's like, shit, I'm not here to kick it, so I'm utilizing my time. So
right.
The fact that I'm up here and ain't nobody in this bitch and I know how to use this shit, I'm using it. So I was in there recording. Baby Coach came in there.
That's Coach K's son,
yeah. Baby Coach came in the studio, and, like, me and him, like, kind of on the same vibe, but he more so like rock stars. Like, bro want to get fucked up all day. You know what I'm saying? Like, he like to have fun. So we just having fun in there, bitch. Like, I'm like I said, bro, the studio like my trap at.
So who was in the studio when you was in? Nobody was in the studio.
Nobody. That's what I'm telling you. Like, Baby Coach came in the studio. When Baby Coach came, he was like, "Damn, bro, who you is?" Tell him who I am. He like, bro, this shit hard. What else you got? We just recording. Like, I just playing them songs that I recorded over time, and then, like, he just stuck around. So next thing I know, Coach K came. So I guess he went and told Coach K, like, "Damn, man, it's nigga named Kollision. Y'all just signed him." And Coach didn't know nothing about me. So when Coach came to hear the music, I played the music for Coach. He was like, bro, you're a star. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, appreciate that. Played some more shit for him. He like, yeah, you got it. And I'm just showing, like, all the avenues. Like, look, this where I'm at right now, but this the lane I want to go in. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had, like, some more, like, motivational type shit. It wasn't even no, it was more on the motivational end. Like, really, like, I can get every race. Like, to this day, this song's still relevant. I can get every race in this video.
What's the name of that song?
It called Dwell.
So how many songs did you record during that time, like when you first started getting access to the studio?
How many? Say it again.
How many songs did you knock out, like, during that time period when you got access to the studio?
Man, bro, I ain't Adderall. Off that Adderall. No bullshit. Like, a day, I probably, like, about 5 songs. Like, I was knocking out a tape in a day and a half. Like, in a day in the morning type shit. Like,
so the Migos, they was around, but they was moving around.
When I was there, they was just, it was more so they already got their songs in rotation, so they moving around.
Right.
So they ain't really using the studio. They'll come to the studio on some, like, just leaving the club, you know what I'm saying, bring the vibes, and, like, niggas wasn't, like.
Right.
So I was utilizing that shit. So I came with Space Cadet. which was my like
Which
the
is-
song
yep,
that I, you know what
that's
I'm
when it
saying.
took off.
So I was like, shit, Quavo in here, hey bro, shit the song out. What you think? Well, I fuck with it. Shit, you don't think you wanna put a second verse on it? Man, bro, this shit don't happen overnight, bro. I know you P, boy. So he hit me
Whoa. Hold, time out.
Let him
time
go,
out.
let him
No,
go.
we letting him go. This is the conversation that happened when you
When I
presented,
asked about
when
the
you
song.
asked him to put a verse on the record.
But you
Yeah,
hustling
okay,
though. You
good.
working your move.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
go ahead.
Yeah.
he like, shit, bro, I know you P, boy, this shit don't happen overnight though. Like shit, and you gotta put some work in.
Okay.
So I was like, alright, cool. Call P, hey bro, I feel try. I wanna slap the shit out this nigga. He like, hey bro. He like, man, look, man, you can't be up there on that shit, bro, cause if anything go wrong and nigga get a black eye, they can't make their money. So it was like, alright, cool, I seen them. It was a money game. It was, you know what I'm saying? I understood, like, it ain't about, you know what I'm saying? The respect of this shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it ain't about
yeah.
none of it. So I was like, alright, cool. You know what I'm saying? I chunk it up. Cool. You don't want to get on the song? Alright. Put a second verse on it. Went crazy on that motherfucker. So niggas like, oh, bro, you got to slow it down. So now I'm rapping too fast. But ain't that what y'all known for?
Right.
But I'm rapping too fast. So I guess niggas felt like probably I was getting in a lane. So I was like, cool, dang, man, I can switch this shit up. Why did? Bow, hit him with some more shit. So when I hit him with that, when the tape came, and then once the tape came, it was just like, bro, I really was ahead of my time. Like when I dropped, I was just ahead of the game that they ain't really know what, they ain't know how to really market it or where to go with it, because it wasn't none of that other shit. It wasn't that. You know what I'm saying? So like the way I came in, like I went right up on they nose, bro. I had an open window and I went with that. Like,
That's the first project.
That was the first one.
Okay.
And then like the second one, it was like the fact that they didn't see the vision for the first one. It was just like shit here. You know what I'm saying? Do what you gonna do.